Hi friends, today on Simplified with Smita, we're going to talk about the Kanda Khobra Vatan because many of you all have asked me, what is this Vatap? This is the basic base which is used for making a lot of Maharashtrian curries or rassas. So the best part is, this Vatap can be made in a large quantity and stored in the refrigerator, but it should be properly stored. Now, properly stored means that it is always better to pack it in small batches, because when you put it in one big dabba and if you store it in the refrigerator, every time that you want to use a little quantity while making a usar or a kombdicha rassa or a matnacha rassa, you remove it from the refrigerator, use a little of it and put the rest of it back. So the temperature difference can spoil the Vatap, and you may not be able to use it or keep it for a very long time. So now this recipe that we are going to do of Kanda Khobra Vatan can be stored in a refrigerator for almost 15 to 20 days if stored properly. So let's see how to make it. First, I've got half a vati, half of a dry coconut that has been grated. We're going to roast this. You have to be very careful when you're roasting the dry coconut, because if it gets burnt, then your Vatap can turn a little bitter. Yeah. So this is a nice golden color. Let's remove this. Now in the same kadhai, we're going to roast half a wet coconut that's grated. So basically you have to brown the coconut as well. So roasting a wet coconut usually takes a little longer. So this should be the color of the grated fresh coconut after it has got roasted. We'll remove this also. In the same kadhai, I'm going to add onions. So I've taken 3 medium-sized onions that are sliced. Just brown the onions without any oil. Basically just dehydrate them. So you can see the onions have got dehydrated. So now when you add oil to this, it will caramelize faster or it will turn golden faster. So we're going to add 3 tablespoons of oil to this. So what I normally do is I add whole spices along with the onions, and once I add the oil, add 1 inch of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of shah jeera, 2 star anise, 1 mace, 2 black cardamoms, 5 green cardamoms, 6 to 7 cloves, 2 bay leaves, small piece of nutmeg. So here I have the stone flour, 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds, and about 15 to 20 peppercorns. And then I roast this well all together. There's one more thing I forgot to add, that is the coriander seeds. So a tablespoon of coriander seeds. मैं वही सोच रही थी, why am I not getting that fragrance, And I realized I've not put the coriander seeds. So a tablespoon of coriander seeds, a teaspoon of cumin seeds. I'm a human too. I can make mistakes. Rather, I can be forgetful. I'm allowed. See, now there's a nice aroma of the coriander seeds. Now after roasting this for 5 minutes, after adding the oil, we're going to add a tablespoon of sesame seeds. And again, just saute this for a minute. Now shut the flame and add a teaspoon of poppy seeds. Now I usually prefer to add poppy seeds at the end, is because if they get toasted a bit too much, the whole masala can get a little bitter. So I prefer to saute the poppy seeds right in the end. This is for those who have all the spices ready at home. Now if you don't have them, you can just roast the onions as it is, and then when you're making your chicken curry or mutton curry, you can add your garam masala, or you can add your kanda lasun masala or malwani masala, whatever. Yeah. So now we are going to cool all this. to which I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt. But when you're making your chicken curry or any of your curries, remember that you've added salt to this, okay? Mix all of this together. And using very little water, you have to grind this to a fine paste. So this should be the consistency of the vatap. Now remember to store the vatap properly, that is in small batches, so that it lasts for a longer period. Normally 15 days it normally lasts. That's what I have used and absolutely no issues. We've also added salt to it, so there is very less chance of it getting spoiled unless you're just getting the masala in and out of the refrigerator and exposing it to different temperatures. And now with this vatap you can make zanzanit matnacha rassa or chickencha rassa, usal, misal, whatever you want. And hope you enjoyed this video, and you will definitely make this vatap, and definitely you must subscribe to Smita Dev as well. And let's meet next Wednesday with another Simplified with Smita.